everybody, and welcome to Hot and Rich, a show about celebrities. It's Wednesday. What? It's not Wednesday? It's Friday. Wow. That was a chaotic start to the show. It's not Wednesday. It's Friday. It's Horny Friday, everybody. It's May 29th. It's Chromatica release day. You know, there's a lot of real shit going down in the world right now. And listen, does celebrity news really matter? No. Is it important? Absolutely not. Do I wish I could ignore the entire planet and go put a down payment on a condo in Chromatica? Of course I do, but I don't have the savings. It's important to stay informed. I hope everybody is reading up on everything that's going on. And I just want to do a quick plug here. There's a great fund going around right now for the people in Minneapolis to help rebuild some of the local businesses over there. So please donate to We Love Lake Street. Is it .org or .com? WeLoveLakeStreet.com. Oh, it's right there in the lower third. I'll put it in the show notes as well. But let's get back to Horny Friday, okay? Because this is Hot and Rich, and we're here to get horned up on our weekly tradition, Horny Friday. I've got a pink goblet of wine because we could all, take the edge off right now. We're gonna have a nice, crisp, beautiful glass of white wine. I'm just going to take a little sip, not a big sip, to kick off the show. Really, really quick sip. Really good. Oh my God. So good. Wow. That's some horny wine. Wow, it's good. This is a Madonna Inn goblet. I did get married at the Madonna Inn. Shout out to the Madonna Inn. Great place. Jack, do you like the wine? Jack says he likes it. Jack says it's good. Okay, everybody. Listen, I was a little worried about today's episode because usually when there's a lot of real stuff going on in the news, the celebrity news cycle is kind of, less. Like there's just usually less celebrity stories because the news cycle gets dominated by, whatever big event is happening in the world. That wasn't the case today. There is literally so much celebrity gossip. We've got a show with some of the craziest topics we've had in the history of Hot and Rich, and I'm so excited to get into it. First of all, I don't know if you saw the title of today's episode, but Kylie Jenner is poor now, okay? Kylie Jenner is poor now. She is not a billionaire. Forbes said she's not a billionaire, which in Kylie's world means she's poor, okay? She's now like a lowly 100-something millionaire, which is devastating. Kylie Jenner is poor now. She's weaving a web of lies, and we've got a great deep dive into that. Thanks to Forbes, who released an amazing article today, so stick around. That's coming later in the show. Hey, if Kylie needs more money, maybe she could do what Grimes is doing and sell her soul. But we'll get into those two topics later, okay? Just have patience. Have patience. Oh, one more thing, or a couple more things before we get into hot seconds. Okay, I just want to celebrate myself right now because I gave myself a French manicure. This is the official manicure of Hot and Rich people. You can't really see it, but let's just say it's perfect. It's a perfect DIY French manicure that I gave myself. I feel so hot and rich today. Look at that. Look at this. It's gorgeous. I'm a hero. I did my own nails. Another thing that I would like to report is that I've started watching The Real Housewives of Melbourne. How do you say it? Melbourne, Australia. It's so good. Everybody should watch it with me. I'm doing the official Cait Raft reality TV watching method, which is like, listen, I'll just say it. You know what? It's Friday. I should explain myself. The official Cait Raft reality TV watching method is as follows. Do you have notes? You should be taking notes. Okay. Step 1, watch the latest season of the reality show. So watch whatever just aired, or if it's currently airing, even better, catch up. Watch the latest season first. So right now I'm watching season 4 of Real Housewives of Melbourne because that's the most recent season. Once I finish season 4, I'm going to go back and watch season 3. You always want to watch the most recent 2 seasons because those are going to be the best seasons more often than not. And then you don't go back and watch the first season. You go back and watch the second season. In my case, I'm just watching it in backwards order. But if, for example, Shaws of Sunset, I just watched season 8 and now I'm watching... No, so for Shaws of Sunset, here's how I did it. I watched season 8 first, then season 7, then I went back to season 2, and then I'm going to make my way back up. And then the last thing you do is watch season 1, because season 1 of any reality show is usually the worst. Except for Jersey Shore. That might be the only exception. And there's some really great one-season reality shows that got canceled after one season. Shout out to High Society. And Pretty Wild. Okay. Oh my God, I was not planning on talking about that. But sometimes when you tune into Hot and Rich, you get a little secret masterclass on how to watch and binge reality shows, okay? That's how you do it. Okay, let's just do it. It's Horny Friday. Let's do a segment I like to call Hot Seconds. This is Hot Seconds, but on Friday we call it Hot Sex. S-E-C-T-S, of course. Welcome to Hot Sex with Cait Raft. Our first hot second, I mean, I saw this coming from 1,000 miles away, but go figure. Julianne Hough and her husband Brooks Lake have finally separated after nearly 3 years of marriage. This is a big week for celebrity breakups. I mean, we knew they were on kind of rocky terrain for a while. They've been quarantining apart. I think he's in Idaho. Every celebrity, by the way, has a house in Idaho for some reason. Brooks Lake has one. He's there. She's been in LA. She's been photographed with other guys. Here's the thing. They gave a joint statement to People magazine this morning, and it's like... It's one of these like statements that happen all the time lately where it's like, we lovingly separate and we lovingly decided to part ways lovingly, and it's a loving transition to loving separation. I'm so exhausted by these joint divorce statements that celebrities give these days. Like, they're all exactly the same. It's always like bullshit. I call bullshit. I'm not even going to read their joint statement out loud because I'm so completely over the conscious uncoupling thing. Like, just admit that you broke up because you don't like each other. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a breakup because you don't want to be together. It's just, don't lie. I feel like I'm being lied to, okay? It's like, why do you have to be loving about your breakups? Why does it have to be a loving decision? Why do you have to come to the decision so lovingly? If you were loving, then you should have stayed together if you were that loving. Don't lie to me. You're lying. If I hear the word lovingly and joint statement one more time from a celebrity breakup, I'm going to eat glass. I said it before. I'll say it again. I'll eat this glass. I'll eat this beautiful pink glass goblet from the Madonna Inn. I can't handle it. Just tell me you hate each other. Just keep it messy. I want it to be messy and raw and real, baby. You're celebrities. You owe me that. You owe me dirty laundry. Air it, bitch. Anyway, best wishes to Julianne Hough and Brooks Lake. I really do. I think they didn't seem like a good fit, and I am happy that they're starting on their new loving journey as a not couple. I do want to send love and light to Julianne Hough. I hope that she's able to do her weird exorcisms in peace now.
Freedom. Expression of emotion may happen when the system moves, when energy that was stored or bound up in the muscles begins to dissipate. And if we're really free to express.
If you didn't see that before, that was a clip from Julianne Hough at Davos, that weird like rich people convention in Europe, and she was demonstrating like a weird healing thing that she does, and she's full of surprises, and hopefully she finds a partner that will exercise her like that guy. maybe she'll date that guy, the guy who gave her an exorcism on a massage table at Davos. Hold on, I gotta fix my bangs. There's a real art to having janky DIY bangs. There we go. Okay, our next hot second is about Halsey. Halsey is pulling a Kim K. She's, I guess, studying to take the bar exam. She recently Instagrammed this picture of a constitutional law textbook. A fan commented saying, like, what's up with this? And she replied, quote, "I'm studying to take the bar exam," end quote. All right, so this is the new celebrity trend, I guess. Celebrities are taking bar exams. This is fun. We're going to have a bunch of lawyer celebrities. Maybe they're sick of paying that like 10% to their lawyers. They're just going like, I'll take it. I'll take the bar exam. Here's a fun joke. Celebrities, they can't go to the bars, so they're going to take the bar. The bars are closed, so they're going to take the... That was like a joke. There's a joke in there somewhere. Listen, I do this show by myself. I don't have a writing staff. Cool. Listen, we got to talk about Chromatica. Our last hot sex of the day is Chromatica. It came out last night, and I just want to talk to you. We got to touch on this for a second, because as you all know, I'm a little monster, born and raised, and it's such a good album. Sorry, I read the word video when I said that. It's such a good album. It's so good. I don't know if this is because I'm just so starved for like anything good in this world that as soon as I heard like a new Lady Gaga album, I went like just full heart eyes emoji. But it's really that good. Like it's really, really good. I'm scared to say this because I've been a big art pop fan since the day I was born. But I think this is better than art pop. Let that sink in, folks. Yeah. I think I'd like to permanently reside on Chromatica. Yeah. No, I'm not fucking with you. Lord Huggington in the chat. Think this is Lady Gaga's best album. I think it surpasses art pop as Lady Gaga's best album. And if you don't believe me, I think you need to really sit with yourself and listen to the album. I mean, Eleanor Rez has a good point. Chromatica doesn't have an R. Kelly track. So, but listen, you have to respect art pop, because art pop, we've all been saying this, art pop walked so Chromatica could run. Everybody's saying that. I'll say it again. Art pop walked so Chromatica could run. I'm a Fame Monster stan as well, but art pop is my favorite Lady Gaga album. That is until Chromatica came out. Okay, nobody asked for this, but I'm going to give you my ranking of the tracks on Chromatica. Now, if you're not a Gaga fan, I'm truly sorry. I'll Venmo you if you want for your time. Maybe like 10 cents. DM me. Number 1, Babylon. Oh, no, sorry. Let me start over. My favorite track on Chromatica is Chromatica 3, the instrumental. Then Chromatica 1, the instrumental. Then Chromatica 2, the instrumental. Then Babylon. Then Sour Candy with Blackpink. Then Sign from Above with Elton John. Then Enigma. Then Stupid Love. Then Rain on Me. Then Plastic Doll. Then 911. Then Replay. Then Fun Tonight. Then Free Woman. Then Alice. Then 1000 Doves. Okay. Now I might change my mind about that order, but that's the order as of right now. I've only listened through the album about 15 times. So give me some more time to get, situated. All right, now the segment we do every day, Zach Braff and Florence Pugh still together. Yeah, they are. All right, we're going to take a quick break and I'll come back. We're going to talk about the Kylie Jenner stuff and Myka Stauffer and Grimes. See you soon. All right, let's get into our main topics, everybody. Oh my God. This first main topic it's a doozy. We've got a lot to get into. This is about Kylie Jenner being poor. I mean, she's not poor. She's still richer than any of us will ever be. But Forbes did come out with an amazing article today exposing Kylie for inflating the size and success of her business for years. The headline is Inside Kylie Jenner's Web of Lies and Why She's No Longer a Billionaire. Can you tell that Forbes is mad at Kylie? They're pissed. They're pissed off. Things I love about this article, one, they drag the Kardashians for being so thirsty to get like higher and higher spots on Forbes wealth lists over the years. Here's a great quote where they drag the Kardashians for how much they care about appearing wealthy, specifically to Forbes. They compare the Kardashians to Trump, who also does this. Here's what it says, and I quote, "Similar to Donald Trump's decades-long obsession with his net worth, the unusual lengths to which the Jenners have been willing to go, including inviting Forbes into their mansions and CPA's offices, and even creating tax returns that were likely forged, reveals just how desperate some of the ultra-rich are to look even richer." End quote. Forbes then said that even though she sold her company to Cody, and made a bunch of money from it, she ended up taking only $340 million after taxes, and she's basically not a billionaire from that sale, which is what she was marketing herself as after she sold the company. Forbes is alleging that Kylie started her campaign to get a Forbes cover after Kim Kardashian, her sister, got a cover in 2016. She launched Kylie Cosmetics in 2016, and she was trying to get press for doing all of this great business. Like, wow, the company, it's like doing so well in its first couple years. So in 2017, they did this whole PR campaign. They called up Forbes and they were like, hey, look how much money we made. We totally made like over $300 million in our first year of business and like over 330 in our second. Like, oh my God. Apparently, they were trying to get the number 2 spot on the celebrity Forbes list right behind Taylor Swift. But Forbes did actual research on how much money they have. And they were like, no, you're not number 2. Kylie, you're going to be like number 59 on the list. Kylie wanted her net worth to be something in the 100 millions. And Forbes evaluated her as being $41 million as her worth, which pissed off the Kardashians. Apparently, they sent like an angry email to Forbes after they gave her the ranking of number 59. They were like, how could you do this? Cut to Kylie, continuing this campaign where she tells all these media outlets that she's making all this money. Forbes falls for it, I guess, and puts her on the cover, this famous cover, America's Women Billionaires. They call her the youngest self-made billionaire. You were all there, you remember. At this point, Forbes was saying that she was worth $900 million, and this was in 2018. And I feel like the reason this article is coming out is because Forbes like regrets doing this cover and is embarrassed about it, and they're like pissed that the Kardashians lied to them. And you'll see why in a second. This is gonna okay. Things start to get a little weird in 2019 because Kylie sold her company, Kylie Cosmetics, to like this bigger company, Cody, Coty, for $600 million, which was for 51% of the company. So if you do the math, that's Kylie saying effectively that her business is worth $1.2 billion. That's how she got the cover, by the way. But after that deal went through, it turned out that Cody probably super overpaid for Kylie's company by like a lot of money. I'm not a numbers person. I'm like really bad at math, like so desperately bad at math. When I hear numbers or see numbers, I just black out. So bear with me for a sec. I'm going to read this very, to me, complicated and mathy paragraph from the Forbes article. Okay. And I quote, "Then there were Kylie's financials. Revenues over a 12-month period preceding the deal, $177 million, according to the Cody presentation, far lower than the published estimates at the time. More problematic, Cody said that sales were up 40% from 2018, meaning the business only generated about $125 million that year, nowhere near the $360 million the Jenners had led Forbes to believe. Kylie's skincare line, which launched in May 2019, did $100 million in revenue in its first month and a half. Kylie's reps told us. The filings show the line was actually on track to finish the year with just $25 million in sales. Then Forbes added, quote, "There's virtually no way the numbers the Jenners were peddling in earlier years could be true," end quote. So let me explain, because that is a very tedious number-filled paragraph. It's basically like Kylie and her PR team sent out inflated numbers to a ton of media outlets, not just Forbes, but like, you know, news networks and magazines and stuff like that. So that wasn't actually how much her company made. She was saying they made in the 300 millions, but they made way less than that. And she was kind of cooking the books, it seems like. And they did that up. They were like inflating the numbers, sending it out to all of these media outlets, and then they sell the company at a value of $1.2 billion, which sounds illegal. That sounds like fraud, right? They didn't just cook the books for publicity. I mean, I do think a big part of it was to look like Kylie was richer than she actually was. But I think a big part of it was kind of a scam to sell the company for more money than it was worth. It seems like the company was way smaller than they were peddling, which makes sense. Like, if you think about it, like Kylie being a billionaire just doesn't make sense. Like, isn't Ellen DeGeneres only worth like 300 million? If Ellen is here, Kylie can't be like up here. It just doesn't make sense. And we all kind of fell for it because I think no one really knows the beauty industry like that well. Like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't compute. Now that this article is coming out, it's like, oh yeah, like I wonder if Kylie will go to jail for this because this is very suspect. Yeah, so they might have like they have all these like doctored tax forms that they showed all these media outlets as like evidence of them being worth a certain amount of money. Forbes is saying that those are fake. Like, what's up? What's going on? Where did I leave off? Here's a quote. Okay, here's Forbes's theory on just what's going on. They wrote, quote, "The business was never that big to begin with, and the Jenners have lied about it every year since 2016, including having their accountant draft tax returns with false numbers to help juice Forbes' estimates of Kylie's earnings and net worth. While we can't prove that these documents were fake, though it's likely, it's clear that Kylie's camp has been lying." End quote. It's clear that Kylie's camp has been lying. Say it with me, everybody. It's clear that Kylie's camp has been lying. It's clear that Kylie's camp has been lying. It's clear that Kylie's camp has been lying. Tax fraud. Now, I don't know if they filed those fake tax documents, but they showed people those fake tax documents at the very least. And that's the motherfucking tea, baby. This makes me like, oof, this brings me to life. Oh, thank you everyone in the chat who's saying it's clear that Kylie's camp has been lying. Okay, so. Do you want to know what Forbes says her actual net worth is? Do you want to know? Do you want to know what Forbes is saying Kylie's actual net worth is? Drum roll. Can I get a drum roll in the chat? Can we get a little drum roll? Can we get a little pum-pa-pum-pum? My little drummer babies. All right, we're getting drum rolls. Just under 900 million. That's right. She's only worth a paltry 800 something million. She's a pathetic, broke ass 800 something millionaire. That poor. She's poor. She's just like us. Poor. She's broke. Okay, here's the thing. I actually was talking about this with Jack before the show. I think the Kardashians, I think this is not just a Kylie issue. I think this might be Kardashian wide. And I think that it's a very real possibility that the Kardashians have been coming off as way wealthier than they are for much longer than we think. And I have to ask the question, are they all living kind of above their means? Like, they live these hugely lavish lifestyles. Of course, they make a ton of money. They have all these businesses. But you got to scratch your head because they still do like stupid SpawnCon. Like Kylie did like SpawnCon for the Minions today. And it's like, if they're so rich, like why do they have to do SpawnCon still? Like it is a head scratcher. I think they're spending every cent that they get. And I think that we are going to be alive to watch the Kardashians fully run out of money. We are going to exist in a world where we get to watch them downgrade from like a $20 million compound in Calabasas to like a pathetic broke Encino mansion for $2 million. We're going to watch that in our lifetime. And I just got chills. I just got chills thinking about it. Yeah, I think they're burning money. Because I was watching a scene in the Kardashians this season where Kourtney gets really mad because production from E! Won't pay for like one of their private planes. And I was like dumbfounded watching the scene. I was like, Kourtney Kardashian should be so rich that it doesn't matter like if E! Is paying for a flight or two or not. But if you think about it, if you think about them needing to upkeep a certain amount of like intense income in order to afford their lifestyle, I think they're teetering on an edge. And Kylie's trying to pretend like this article isn't getting to her, but it's totally getting to her. She's upset. She took to Twitter this morning and had an absolute meltdown. Look at these tweets. I'm not going to read them all, but she's just firing off all these tweets being like, oh my God, like what? Like, what am I reading? Like, what is this? Like, oh my God, I woke up this morning and like, this is like, what? I thought Twitter was a reputable site. Like, blah, 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 blah. Which like, definitely none of this went through PR. Usually Kylie like does not like blabber online like this. But I think this really got to the core of Kylie because I think the only thing she cares about is being a billionaire. It is like her truest, like defining characteristic, like in her soul. I don't think she like came to life until she found out she was worth $1 billion. And then now she's finding out that her entire life is a lie. You know, and here's more evidence that she's clearly not bothered by this whole thing. Here's the last tweet she said, quote, "This is literally the last thing I'm worried about right now." You know, someone's definitely worried about something when they say this is the last thing that they're worried about. Anyway, now that Kylie's poor, I think we should probably say a prayer for Kylie, you know, because she's going through a tough time. She's only an 800 millionaire. Jack, play the sad song if you haven't started it yet. I'm just going to light this little Kylie candle and just say a little prayer. Here we go. This is a picture of Kylie on a candle. It's Kylie dressed in an outfit made of money because she did an entire makeup campaign that was money themed after she turned 21. Dear God, please let Kylie make it through these troubled times. Please give her the peace of mind to continue doing fraud, but next time not to get caught doing it. Amen. And also, I want to pray for Kanye because he recently got press saying that he was a billionaire, and I just can't believe that that's true. I just can't believe that that's true at all. So prayers for Kanye also doing scams. And also, I just want to pray for that weird $36 million house in Holmby Hills that Kylie pretended to buy. She's definitely not living there anymore. She only stayed there for 2 weeks, and then she went back to her Calabasas house. I'm going to pray for that house. Okay, I'm going to leave this burning. I'm going to leave this burning for eternity. It'll be an eternal candle. Whew. Okay, our next main topic. And I don't want to spend too much time on this because it's dark. This is the Stauffer family. These are the people who went viral this week. They're YouTubers. They went viral because they adopted a little boy from China, and then basically like he had too many special needs and they like gave him back. But that they waited 2 years in between and used him for a ton of YouTube content. And the whole thing is just such a mess. It's truly, they use terminology in this video like they rehomed him and put him in his new forever family, which is how you talk about a dog, not a human being. You know what? Let's just glide through this. I'm gonna give you some bullet points. First of all, she crowdfunded his adoption. So basically she got her fans to pay for the overseas adoption from China. According to the Mirror, quote, she even used crowdfunding to help raise money for the adoption, which she claimed was costing around $40,000, asking fans to donate $5, and at the end they would be treated to the first photo of Huxley. End quote. Dark. Anyway, she posted a ton of content with her ex-son Huxley. And then starting around February or March of this year, she just completely like stopped posting photos of him at all. No pics, no mentions of him. Anytime someone would comment being like, where's Huxley? She would delete it. This went on for months. And eventually like people were asking so many questions like, where is your son? She had to make this video.
You know, with international adoption, sometimes there's unknowns and things that are not transparent on files and things like that. And once Huxley came home, there was a lot more special needs that we weren't aware of.
And that's why like on Instagram and stuff, I've tried to like let you know as little as I could, but I couldn't tell you anymore because I didn't want to mess anything up. And it's just been a really hard place to be in, like, because like I know deep down inside that I don't have to say anything. Like I don't have to.
These people. It's dark. It's very dark. And she has, as of today, her lawyers are giving all these statements on their behalf, doubling down and being like, this was Huxley's choice. Like Huxley chose to be rehomed. And like people are calling bullshit on that because Huxley, she talked a lot about how Huxley was nonverbal. So it's a little hard for someone who's nonverbal to like say, please like give me away to another family. Yeah. B Hall in the chat says, did they name him Huxley? Yes, they named him Huxley. Huxley is a very like name of YouTuber, like child of YouTuber name. All her sponsors have dropped her, so I guess justice has been served in a way, but it's just, I feel like I had to talk about this. These are like two hot and rich people who adopted a boy and abandoned that boy and used him for content, and it's truly peak like everything that's fucked up in the world. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. Okay. Oh, here, you know what? She duct taped his thumbs one time. Look at this pic. She duct taped Huxley's thumbs to get him to stop sucking his thumb. This is like inhumane. She didn't make her biological children have duct tape thumbs. People found like pictures of her other kids freely sucking their thumbs. Meanwhile, she makes Huxley have duct tape on his thumb. That is painful. They have little baby skin. You can't do that. That's horrible. Here's a great thread from writer Sophie Ross. She covered the whole thing. She's the same journalist who broke the Ariel Sharnas story on Twitter earlier this year. It's just great. I linked this in the show notes, so make sure you check out her whole thread. She's posting great stuff. Yeah. I'm not going to read the whole thread. I was going to, but I'm running out of time. All right. Our last topic of the day is about Grimes. Grimes is an artist and she's about to do an art show, and the like premiere piece in the show is that she's selling her soul. She's pulling a Bart Simpson. She's selling her soul as art. My friend and former guest of Hot and Rich actually writes for the Daily Mail, and she wrote this article, so I wanted to feature Kelby Vera's article here. Kelby wrote that Grimes will be, quote, presenting drawings, prints, photographs, and conceptual pieces to the world in her forthcoming art show, Selling Out. And in the exhibition's pointed title piece, the girlfriend of billionaire Elon Musk offers up something truly hard to grasp, a legal document that gives the purchaser a percentage of her soul. The article continues. This part is great. This is so stupid. Quote, the art angel singer was also intrigued by the idea of collaborating with her lawyer, saying the idea of fantastical art in the form of legal documents just seems very intriguing to me, end quote. Imagine like wanting to pay your lawyer's retainer for art, like your lawyer's like exorbitant hourly rate. Like, let's hope, like, it's like, feel like she's selling it for $10 million or best offer. That's so much money. But maybe that's how much her lawyer billed her for the time to make that contract. I don't know. Maybe she's got to make the money back. I didn't know Grimes was actually a good artist. I do genuinely like these pieces that are in the show. Not the soul one, but some of these visual art pieces she did are, I think, quite breathtaking. I do really like them. But the thing that's getting all the headlines is, of course, the fact that she's selling her soul. So on that note, I have actually got a surprise guest for us to close out the show. We're going to have Grimes's art dealer on the show. So stay tuned. I got to call up Grimes's art dealer. And when we come back, we're going to ask Grimes's art dealer, what's the deal with this? Okay, now we're on the air with Grimes's art dealer. Hey, how are ya?
Hi, Cait. Hi. Oh, hold on. I'm watching Hot and Rich. I've got to turn it down.
Sorry. Oh yeah, do what you have to do. It's an honor to have you. I know you're very busy gearing up for Grimes's art show where Grimes sells her soul. So thanks for making the time to be on Hot and Rich.
My pleasure. My pleasure. My name's Danelle Spur.
Wait, how do you say that?
Danelle.
Danelle?
Danelle Spur.
Darnell Spurs?
Danelle Spur.
Okay, yeah.
No R. There is an R, but it's silent, and also you don't say it.
Okay, got it.
So I am from Soho Soga.
Where?
Soho Soga, the Soho Soul Gallery.
Oh, you're from Soho Soga.
Soho Soga, Soho Soul Gallery.
Oh, cool. What do you think? Grimes' soul. It's on sale for $10 million or best offer. Like, do you think I'm gonna get it? Do you think if I say like I'll want it for $20, like, do you think I'll be able to snag that soul?
Well, not for $20, Cait. Not for $20, but we do take it. We are the house that is auctioning off Grimes' soul, and we will take interesting offers. We always love interesting offers. We will trade a soul for a soul. We actually got Grimes' soul when we traded it from Elon Musk for Steve Jobs' soul.
Wait, Elon Musk owns Steve Jobs' soul?
Yes, because we wanted Grimes' soul. Market was going down on Steve Jobs' soul. Market was going up on Grimes' soul. So we made a deal with Elon, and we said, hey, like, we'll give you Steve's soul. He just wants it for personal reasons, like for his collection of souls.
Wait, Elon Musk. So let me get this straight. There's like a whole market of famous people selling their souls.
Yeah, that's why we have Soho Soga.
So what other celebrities' souls are you currently trying to sell right now?
Oh, I was thinking because, like Hot and Rich, I don't know if like any of your viewers, are any of our more high-end clients, but we have a lot of like low-end souls that we're looking to get off our hands that I could auction off right now.
Okay, yeah, hit me. I mean, maybe people in the chat want to, do some online shopping right now for a soul or two.
Soul bidding. Who wants to do a little soul bidding? I don't have the chat open, so Cait, you can be my auctioneer.
Did you just call me Cait?
Yeah, Cait, right? Cait Roft.
Cait. Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Cait.
It's Cait, but
C-O-T.
it's Cait.
C-O-T. How you spell that? Okay, Cait.
Okay.
Okay. Well, who here is a fan of the Hannah Montana program?
Oh, I love Hannah Montana.
Okay. Well, we have a soul that I think you will love. We have the soul of Mr. Michel Musso right here.
Mitchell Musso from Hannah
Michel
Montana.
Musso. Yeah, we have Hannah Montana star Mitchell Musso, also from Disney Channel show House of Kings.
Okay, can I just ask, like, how much?
Yeah. Yes, we are starting the bidding off on Mitchell Musso's soul for $35, and you have to be his date to his sister's wedding. He needs a date to his sister's wedding.
You have to be his date to his sister's wedding. That kind of sounds like work.
Exactly. Look at that. Fine soul, barely used.
Okay, it doesn't. Yeah, there's some people. Puzzle Mustard in the chat wants it for $35, so maybe you guys can reconnect after the show.
Puzzle Mustard going once, going twice. You own Mitchell
Wow.
Musso
Okay,
soul.
Puzzle Mustard has won the auction. You own Mitchell Musso soul. What other souls do you have?
Okay, well, do you like The Good Place? The Good Place show?
The Good Place. Sure. I mean, I watched it.
We got the soul of your favorite Good Place star, Ted Danson, Theodore Danson.
Yeah, Ted Danson. You mean like
Theodore?
the guy,
Yeah.
Ted.
Every soul we capture in the you have to capture a soul in something. So we captured his soul in this. Here we go. You also get this lovely T-shirt comes with it. This Bloomberg 2020 T-shirt.
Oh, because he was a Bloomberg supporter, so
yes, and
his soul is in that Bloomberg T-shirt.
Yeah, so you got this lovely Bloomberg. It says Bloomberg 2020 on the back.
Okay, cool.
And most of our clients are Bloomberg.
Most of your clients.
Most of our clients, and it says women's rights on the front.
Okay, so how much is Ted Danson's Bloomberg T-shirt soul going for?
We are starting bidding for Ted Danson at $17. Plus, you have to scrub your tweet timeline of anything political you've ever written.
Okay, so $17, and you have to scrub your Twitter timeline of anything political you've ever written. Any takers in the chat?
Yes,
any podcast listeners interested?
Anyone want Ted Danson? So
hey, Eve Mafone in the chat says, "I'll pay $18." Sounds like you got a deal.
Ooh, $18, $1 more than we wanted.
It's sold.
That's yours.
Okay, what else do you got? What else do you got?
Now. Oh, we have a bulk sale on YouTube on mid 2000s YouTube stars or mid 2010s YouTube stars.
You've got a bulk sale, okay?
Bulk sale. You can get Logan Paul's friends, all for the low price of $45, and they come in this lovely Tide Pod box. As you can see, I can't name them all, but those are all YouTube influencers from the mid 2000s sold in there. You've got Logan Paul, you've got the kid who played Fred Frugalhorn. Oh, just all the YouTubers you want, right in there.
Wow. Okay. Anybody want to take that? It's going for $55. Right? It's a bulk deal.
$45 bulk deal.
$45 bulk deal. That's a steal. You get Logan Paul and his friends and Fred.
And Fred. Remember Fred?
Remember Fred? Yeah, I do remember Fred. Those were the days.
Talk to the funny boys.
Well, it seems like nobody wants it. So
nobody wants it. We're struggling so hard to get this off our hands. Nobody wants it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Grimes is art dealer. Is there anything you want to plug or promote while you're here?
I've been taking calls from the Jenners. They are really eager to get their souls off their hands. So just be on the lookout. Go to sohosoga.com soon. And I think we'll have some Jenner souls up for sale.
Okay, we'll be right back, and I'm going to have my friend Joan Ford on the show to close things out. All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And we're back. I'm here with my friend Joan Ford. Joan, weirdly, your apartment looks so much like my last guest's apartment.
Oh, I know. Who's your last guest? Because I did model my apartment off of the... Do you know Soho Soga? Do you know the Soho South Soul Gallery?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I'm obsessed. I haven't been able to afford a soul yet, but I'm obsessed with them, and I modeled my apartment after theirs. to a T. To a
Love
T.
it. Love it. Well, Joan,
Yeah.
I just wanted to have you on the show today to help me close out a great week of shows and also to promote a little show that we've got going tomorrow night on the Jack AM channel and also on your channel. So, Jack, can you throw that flyer up? Okay, so the show is called Red and Yellow Grad Night at the Lake House 98 or whatever. Is that the title?
98.
Okay, so Joan, tell me about this show. I'm doing too much talking. You do some talking.
Oh, you can never talk enough, Cait, but I'll take the load off a little bit. It is going to be a virtual graduation party taking place in 1998. We're gonna go up to.
Can you wait? Hold on. Can you hear Joan? Okay, there we go. Sorry. Yeah, it's taking place at our friend Nicole's lake house, and it is going to be the after graduation rager that you never knew you needed. Okay, and if you're watching this episode and it's past May 30th, then you missed a great show. You missed a great show.
Yeah. But go to Twitch, maybe. Maybe it's still up there.
Yeah, well, maybe
right?
we'll release it as its own video or something. Yeah. Yeah. So should we read off the guests?
Yes. I would. Oh yeah. And just like can't hardly wait vibes. It's like can't hardly wait, but for 4 hours.
Yeah, it's a comedy show where we're all going to have a bunch of guests do characters that would all take place in like a 90s party movie. It's mainly starring me and Joan as two best friends who just want to lose their virginities. And we're going to be joined by guests like...
We've got Taylor Orsi.
We got Jessica Svensgaard, Connie Shin.
Jamie Loftus, Jeremy Guskin. Cait, you go.
Okay. Jamie Loftus, Mike Mitchell, Joe Hartzler, my husband Jack Allison, Alex Fearer, Drew Spears. Is going to be a great, great show. It starts at 7:00 tomorrow Pacific time, and it's going to go till like around 11ish. It could go later. It's a party. You never know. And it's on twitch.tv/JackAM. Eventually we'll switch over to Joan's channel, but if you go to twitch.tv/JackAM, it'll take you to wherever we are. So just remember twitch.tv/JackAM. On Saturday, May 30th at 7:00 p.m. Pacific time.
Pacific.
Yeah, so I'm super excited for the show. Thanks for helping me promote it, Joan.
My pleasure. I'm always happy to come and follow what sounded like an amazing guest.
Oh, the guest was so good. A little strange. Oh, Cait Shapiro's going to be in the show, too. We have to add her to the flyer. Oh. Cait Shapiro's going to be in the show. She's got a great character. You're going to love it.
Also, maybe not guaranteed, but maybe a valedictorian speech from class valedictorian Rocco.
Oh, my God. Yes. Rocco.
Maybe.
What a get. I love that.
Yes.
Okay, everybody, that's our show today. Thank you so much, Joan, for coming on as my guest. And thank you to Grimes' art dealer. And hey, don't forget to follow us on all of our accounts at Hot and Rich Show. I'm at Cait Raft. Joan, you're at Joan Haley Ford.
Yes, on everything. Instagram, Twitter, Twitch is twitch.tv/Joan Haley Ford. So just find me that way.
Yeah, Joan does a lot of Twitch streams. She's twitch.tv/Joan Haley Ford, like you just heard her say. Leave us Apple Podcast reviews. They've started to slow down, and we got to keep them coming at a steady pace. I'd love to see like 2 or 3 great Apple Podcast reviews today. Listen, I'm not above begging, okay? I'm not above begging, just like Kylie Jenner begs Forbes to say that she's rich. I'm begging you to leave me an Apple Podcast review. Please, for the love of God. I'm not even a 10,000-aire, okay? I'm not even a 10,000-aire.
I'm going to go write one right now.
Yeah, Joan's going to write one right now. It'd be like Joan.
Be like Joan.
If you watch the YouTube version of the show, subscribe. Hey, that's it, right? See you tomorrow at 7:00 p.m. for the comedy show on twitch.tv/JackAM, starring me and Joan and a bunch of our friends. Until next time, stay hot and stay rich.
I'm so fucking rich and hot. I'm so fucking